This next interview will show you how technology is shortening the lifespan of any product now. I mean, look at how even, Microsoft, and they sound so big, but they had all the market. Now their market is shrinking. Everybody's market is shrinking. These guys have found a new way to send files. Now everybody like me, I mean, I don't send emails with a letter anymore. I'm sending videos, like hours worth of videos, and I use things like Dropbox, and WeTransfer, and because they've been around for a while, and it's really old technology. These guys have something that's cheaper because Dropbox and all these other people charge you. They let you have a peanut or two for free, and then they're going to get your money. These people will let you send as much as long as you live, for free, and they have other little features that they'll charge extra money for, eventually. But the basic service is sending a file here to there, and I've used it, and it's so easy to use. I download it, it's so easy and to put it on my computer. And see, on the other people, what they do is you give them the file, and it takes so long. I mean, my big video files will take, maybe an hour or so to upload to somewhere and then download to the other person. This has new technology that cuts out the middleman. Not only the person who was wanting money, but also the server. So it goes directly, and I don't understand. I'm not technically smart enough in this kind of stuff to know how it really works, but you could test it and see it's faster. It's also easier, and that's the thing to me, is fast and ease. But it's amazing to me. I mean, Dropbox and all these file sharing has only been around a few years, and their technology is out of date already. Now there's new guys, who say, hey, you don't have to do it that way, you do it this way. I mean, just like, remember when we had cassette diskettes we put in in our computers years ago. And it's traveling faster than anything now. And keeping up is hard. But what's neat about it is there are tools to solve the problems that we have today. So if you're in a business that requires large files, or you want to send large files faster, you want to know about stuff like this, because there's an easier way of doing things. And so that means you could have your customers happier because you're able to send them stuff better. So if you don't know about the new things out there, you can't improve your life, your customer's life, or grow your own business without knowing what's available to you. It's all options in life. So start learning all the new options. And this is one, and it's free. So test it. What the hell? Well, Baptiste Faden, and actually more importantly, man, you have this wonderful website I'd never heard of before, and I transfer files all the time, but you have a free file transfer service that, man, it doesn't matter how big my files are or whatever. And actually, right before we went on, Baptiste, I signed up and I used it, and it's the most easiest thing I've ever used. I mean, it's unobtrusive, it's logical. I mean, I'm not a 20-year-old geek, I'm an old guy and figured this out without any pain or effort. And it's just wonderful. And you say, this is going to be free forever. How can you do this? How can you make things free for people and not be the government?
Actually, we make it free because we wanted to firstly solve a huge problem that lots of people have today. When you need to send files, that's always a pain in the ass.
Right.
And so with a friend of mine, we decided to create this company and solve that problem. So basically, I've co-founded Infinite with one of my best friends, Julian. He did a PhD at the University of Cambridge in UK about peer-to-peer and security. And we had this idea to create Infinite because even if I need to send some pictures or movies through Gmail or Dropbox or whatever, usually it doesn't work because it's too heavy. When I'm using Dropbox, I need to put the file into my Dropbox. It takes hours.
Takes forever
to be uploaded. So I won't be notified if my friends received well the file. So it's not convenient at all. And as I said, it has also file size constraints. So actually, my friend who did his PhD, he worked on peer-to-peer and security, and we wanted to address that problem with two main pillars. First one was obviously a technological pillar. We
Uh-huh.
wanted to provide a really powerful technology in order to avoid users to always think about the file size. Is it going to work or not? And with his PhD, we had this awesome technology in our hands. But it wasn't enough. Technology is one thing, but if it's too hard to
Yeah.
use or it's too complicated, it's useless. So we spent months in order to build a really simple interface that
Oh,
allows anyone to benefit from such a technology.
oh, exactly. I mean, it is so easy to use. I mean, even set up. I used a file service, called WeTransfer. And they charge me money to do that, and it takes forever to load it up on those servers or whatever the hell they're doing, and I can't use the computer. I'm afraid something will go wrong in the meantime, and I don't want to touch it. So my computer's tied up for an hour, sometimes two, because big video files take a long time, don't they?
Yes, actually, when you are using WeTransfer or Dropbox,
Uh-huh.
data are going to be uploaded on the servers. With Infinite, when you send a file, it goes from one computer to another one directly. There's no server between computers,
Uh,
so no file size limitations. It's faster than other cloud-based solution, and it's also more secure because we encrypt data locally, so
ah.
no one can see when you are sharing.
And so in other words, actually, when if you're using a server, you're really sending it twice. You're sending the server, then the server sends it down, and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff. So you're cutting out the middleman.
Yeah, actually, we won a national research contest last year about
Oh,
this
really?
technology. Yes,
Honest to gosh. Well, that's terrific. Was that worth money in your pocket or what?
we had a bit of money, but we've been really legitimate on the
I see.
market.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
really important for us
So
because we were a
now.
startup, so we were young and new, so it was
Right.
really important.
Well, that's what, and looking at your site too, and all the people involved, you got 11 people, and actually, people are really excited about this because you have all these investors now that are letting you provide the best, file transfer thing in the world, so that you become the mega giant. You're going to be the Microsoft of file transfer very soon.
Yeah,
And
this is kind of our goal. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
as you said, actually, it's entirely free, but we have lots of course, professionals who are using our app
Yeah,
already, like on a daily basis. So for them, we are going to provide next year some premium features
I
because
see.
they need advanced features, they need support, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a part of the app will stay free for end users, but we'll have like some premium features for professionals.
So you're going to learn how to make money on this thing once you get big enough, right? And once people realize it. But you're not going to pull the rug out from people once you once you do this. That people who are using it free will be able to keep using it free. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for people who will need more features, we will be able to pay for them.
Right. And that's how you guys will stay in business. Well, you got a ton of money already, from the venture capital. So it's not only you and I who think this is cool. A lot of other smart people with a lot of big money in their pockets also think it's cool, which is neat. And it just comes out of nowhere. It comes out of hard work and research and you guys having fun. I mean, I think people have to go to your website just to read the biographies of you guys. I mean, you were a punk rock singer, right? That's how you got into this.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
barely true.
Yeah. And everybody comes from an eclectic background, that were doing just crazy things in life and got together and creating this great service for everybody. And it's you go to now it's not a .com or a .net or anything, but it's a .io and it's how do you infinite
Infinite.io, yes.
infinite.io infinit.io and transfer anything you want, transfer your movies, transfer emails, transfer pictures, transfer your mother-in-law. You can do that if you want. It's great you came up with this, and it's a fun thing, and you guys all sound like fun, and thanks for sharing your joy and your knowledge.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks to you, Matthew, to thinking about Infinite.
Great. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.